Hi guys, this is Heidi Stitching Faye back with the Flosstube number 9. Welcome all to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitching where I share my cross stitch hobby, my finish items, my progresses on my works, and the future plans with the cross stitch community. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe and support the channel. I really appreciate that. And today's agenda, I'm gonna try more of show more of the atomy stuff, but some Halloween too because I put them all together. I have quite a bit old finishes and 4 new finishes. I have some works in progress, but I've been calling them VIPs, which are very important projects for me, not very important people. So I've been calling it, so I'll go with it. And after that, I will do my future plans and what I'm trying to work next 2 months. That said, let's just dive in with my big finish, which is last time was hanging behind me, and I told you guys, I promised I'm gonna show it. This is Sir Thomas, Glendon Place. He is, let me see. This is the pattern. I should start from here. Sir Thomas. It's Glendon Place GP272, and it is stitched on 28 count Lugana seafoam, I think. It's not hand-dyed Lugana. And it's stitched with a Sullivan's, which is comparable cotton floss, but it is a little bit different than DMC. I find that Sullivan's are a little bit thinner than DMC, but they work very nice. I got the package. That was easy because it asks a lot of floss. It has a lot of also Mill Hill beads, which I used, and a lot of rainbow galleries, flosses, which are shiny. They are blended shiny with the floss color. So that gives the Sir Thomas this glow look. It has a museum glass, but because of the sun, it gives a little bit of a shine. And I decided to stitch the corn, and for the frame, I used this frame gold to work with the corns. I hear a lot of people take it out the corn. I see why, but I like the shine. Corn has its own shines. I don't know, I like that. So I finished it. I have the Christmas one, not Sir Thomas. I have the with the gingerbreads, and I have the Easter a la eggs all around. So they're about the same size. I'm trying to have one for each season, but this is the only one so far I have finished. I finished it in Michael's, and I think they did a pretty good job. And oh, it's heavy. So it's Sir Thomas. I wanted to apologize, subscriber. They did so behind me, and they asked question, and I saw it on email. By the time if I answered on email, it goes email to the viewer. It's kind of complicated. So I tried to go to my computer, find a question and answer about Sir Thomas, and I lost the comment. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but if I'm not answering, I'm not trying to ignore anyone. Sometimes I lose comments. I see it, then when I try to go back to find it, the comment is gone. I even looked all over. So please, if you comment and I did not comment it, I'm not trying to ignore it. Just sometimes comments get lost, and if I see it, even if it's a month-old comment, I will comment back. I try to. At least I heart immediately, so this way people know that I do read the comments and I do appreciate it. And honestly, the comments make me want to do more. They are the encouragements, to be honest. So I appreciate it, and I don't want anybody to feel miffed that I did not answer their comments. I do read it, and I try to answer it. If I didn't, most likely got lost. So this is Sir Thomas, Glendon Place. So he's my biggest finish for the autumn season. I showed Frankie last time. It's also Glendon Place, Flosstube number 8. and I talked about him, and he's a big guy too. I finished it and I want to do Frankie's family, so I'm trying to go over it. So that's the fully, oh, and I have this one, Mill Hill, Moonlight something. I lost the pattern and the name, but it's Mill Hill, and it's Mill Hill frame. Mill Hill frames at the backs, they don't have anything to hold it back, so I did my geniusness. I put those things so they don't fall. So, and it just sits like this for the Christmas. It's a navy blue frame, and I can change it for different seasons. This is good one for 4th of July, even Christmas. So this frame I change with the Mill Hill of the season. I have several with the decorated frames, but I have few plain, so I can put it. Mill Hill Moonlight Glow, I think that's what it is. So those are fully finishes. I do have finished items. I got this one, Prairie Schooler. It's book number 192, One for the Crow. Honestly, I might show some stuff that I have shown before. I just don't remember, but I will try to show. Oh, I should have started that way. Sorry. One for the Crow. You know what? Let me just sit this way so. It's a Prairie Schooler. I did the colors in the spirit of the chart. I did not do exactly the way the chart says it, but I think it went pretty good. Let me just show my finished items, the new finished items, then I'll go my old ones. I should have started that way, but I don't want to restart the video again. This is a new finish. Salem Sisters, Plum Street Samplers, and I did this 40 count platinum linen. Salem Sisters. So fun things about this, it's a 2006 chart, and I'm not giving away any secrets. It has puzzle on it. And the puzzle says find the witch's face and 15 stars. I did. I'm gonna be honest, it took me a few seconds to figure out what she's talking about. Witch's face. The stars were okay. I was able to find it. The witch's face was a little bit a tricky one, but I found it. She's smiling. And the flosses I did in the spirit of the chart. It's not cold ones, it's a small ones. I try to use my own stash, but it's close to it. I have another one, Salem Sisters 2. So this is the first one, Salem Sisters. I'm just trying to keep it a little bit longer so people can see it. Another big finish I have is, let me see, Blackbird Designs. Blackbird Designs is called Raven Bewitched. I stitched it on 36 count raw natural linen, and I had 6 working days on it. It doesn't have a lot of stitching, and sometimes I work long time, sometimes I work a short period of time, but last time I showed it was almost finished, so this time around I finished it and I'm really happy about it. Raven Bewitched. The only thing I changed is they're stitched with DMC, 36 count raw natural linen. So I chose cold for DMC instead of the given hand-dyed flosses. The only thing I changed was the, let me see, the red. They were asking for cherry bark or DMC 779, which is this one. It came out to be very dark, so it looked like blocks. So I changed it to 3777 DMC, Raven Bewitched. And I think one or two flowers, the order I changed it. I think the reds were lining up or the greens, so I switched around, like, so they go like green, red, black, so they don't be all the reds in one row, all the greens in one row, because of the DMC. I think if you do it with the hand dyed, it looks exactly, if you do it exactly the way you want to, it will work. So I'm so happy I finished it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to frame it this year, but I'm happy to have it. And you know, it looks so much different in the pattern. I thought it was boring, but the stitched one, I liked way better. Raven Bewitched. And let me see. Oh, okay, yeah. I also finished two of these Blackbird design stockings. 'Tis the season. Those are Halloween stockings, so I finished two of them. 13 stockings. So I done two. I have not done the backing because I want to have all of them stitched before I can do the backings. What is this called? Oops. This is Deadly, no, sorry. This is Bewitching Ingredients. It's stitched on 40 count platinum linen. For the stockings, what I'm doing is leftover 35 to 40 count linens I'm using for the stockings. So I try not to waste anything. Those are this is Deadly Nightshades. 35 count R&R linen. Let me see what is the name of this linen. Those are leftovers. Kansas City blend R&R linen. So far I have these two, so I'm gonna do 12 more. Once I finish it, I'll go through each page with the finished stocking, and once everything is finished, then I will show you guys finished, which probably, I said finished so many times, which will be next year. So I wasn't sure if I should show more of the small ones. I have unfinished small ones, but I figured that it's still cross stitching, so it should count. I have the baking fabrics and stuff, but didn't get around. My sewing machine broke, so oops. Shepherd's Bush Howling Happy Halloween. It needs buttons. I don't have it, so I have to buy the buttons when I start finishing. These ones I'm gonna go fast because I have a lot of it. Let me know if you guys like to see smalls like this too, just without fully finished. Lizzie Kate says Halloween. I think this one was a kit. 14 count Ada. This is white Ada. This Shepherd's Bush is 14 count oatmeal Ada. So again, Adas mostly are older finishes. Lizzie Kate Nevermore. And I used to stitch a lot of Lizzie Kate, so you guys gonna see a lot of Lizzie's. Lizzie Kate, Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet. Prairie Schooler. This is, I think, a bonus chart back of the one of the, probably the crow one. And you're gonna be here for a while. I have a pile. So grab a coffee or a tea. And it's been 15 minutes and I'm still showing the finishes. Again, Lizzie Kate. I think this was a bonus chart too. And let me see. Oh yeah, shepherd's bush. I did not pull all the patterns for those. It would have been too chaotic. I already have a lot of things pulled out, so I figured that this one's, I'll go with my memories. This is a shepherd's bush. It's a series, Bewitch, Be Well, Be Nice, and this one is Bewitch. It has the just another button company pattern also. It says this button and the star button. Oh no, and the pumpkin. And the itsy bitsy tiny stars. Shepherd's bush. And let's see, another shepherd's bush, but I did not have the button for this. It just says Boo. It used to be a kit. I don't have the kit anymore, but I've kept the stitching. 14 count oatmeal, if I did not say all of them, are mostly either it's a oatmeal or tan, 14 count. Those were my go-to fabrics for a long time. That's what Joanne sells. Lizzie Kate. This was part of the several. You could stitch separately or together. I stitch separately, but maybe one day I'll stitch them together as a 40 count as a whole set. And I keep the backing fabrics together because I don't want to, like for this, I don't want to lose the fabric that I chose for the finishing. Prairie Schoolers. I have the big one stitched already. Yeah, I showed on the 8, Flosstube 8, the finished one for this big one, and this is the small one. I'm planning to make it into a pillow. I know this one is Blackbird Designs, Nebraska Prairie. I have started sewing some of them, but I did not have a time to fill it in with poly. Also Lizzie Kate. I know this one, I have it. Okay. This one is Wall Stuff, Skeleton in Your Closet. This one felt like autumny, so I put it here. It's a Little House Needleworks. It's an autumny sampler. I can make it into bookmark. It's stitched. This one is stitched 25 count, 1/1 DMC. Little House Needleworks. Again, Lizzie Kate. I don't think this is autumny, but it felt autumny. Our family is a circle of love. City gardeners are outside and I'm afraid they're gonna make noises. I believe this is a Little House Needlework also. Caring and Sharing. All right, I think this is all the finished, not fully finished items I have it for today. So I'm gonna go to my works in progress. WIPs or VIPs, depends how I'm gonna say it. This one is with needle and thread, Queen of Harvest, stitching on 32 count vintage Ganti Mocha Belfast linen. And I started it with the middle start. I'm still not sure of my skills. Let me see. I made a mistake a while back with one of my, I have it here, one of my Hands Across the Sea, which I've been calling street samplers. And now I'm starting everything in the middle, but I'll get over it. It's gonna take me a while. So I started with the Queen. Let me see if I have this one. Oh, okay, I have it. I started the Cricket collection, Autumn. And I'm working on Fabrics by Stephanie Aloha 32 count. I did the middle start again. It is cut to the size, and it's gonna have 2 inch each way, as I said. This is the fabric size and the design size, 2 inches from each side, extra fabric. And I did middle start, and I'll go from there. So this is Autumn from Cricket collection. I also worked on Autumn Rules Primrose Cottage stitches, and I worked this one on 40 count light hazelnut extrude design linen. And this one I am stitching slowly because I'm pretty much enjoying it, but I think I want to finish by the end of 2022, and I'm not bored yet with it, so we'll go with it. Last time I showed, it says picnic. So I worked on Give Thanks, Visit the Pumpkin Patch. And again, this is a Primrose Cottage Stitchings, Autumn Rules. A lot reminds me of the Lizzie Kate aesthetic. It's not exactly Lizzie Kate, but the feel of it. This one, oops, I don't want the frame to fall. I don't think I'll call it a new start, probably it is. It's a stitch along, the Kitten Stitcher. Let me see if I have the paper, yeah. So, Hands Across the Sea, Margaret Doyley. I'm working on 40 count Eureka linen fox and rabbit, and this is a stitch along on kittenstitcher.com. I think she does it on her blog. I'm not sure if there's a hashtag. If there is, I don't know about it. If you guys know, please let me know. But she started a stitch along. Of course, I have to. I'm a little bit obsessed with Hands Across the Sea right now, so there's another stitch along I signed up. I have not yet received the pattern for that one. So, we'll see. You know what? I can do it on this small one for now. Again, I did a middle start. And it's creamy color, but because the sun, this was the best time for me to do it, but the sun is shining different ways, so let's see if it's gonna. Oh, my hair is everywhere. So this one is Margaret Doyley, 1850. I think it is available in her website. I'm not sure if you can get the chart only anymore or you have to get as a kit. But I checked it. Last time I checked it, she still had some. And it's exclusive to her website, kittenstitcher.com. I will try to remember to put it, but if I don't, kittenstitcher.com. Oh, I did not unzip it. This one I worked on the top cat one, except I took out the cat. So Bump in the Night, I put this skeleton over the cat because it already has a cat. So this is a scaredy cat, and this is regular black cat, I guess. So I thought instead of having two cats, to have a skeleton and a cat, one of each. And that's what I did. I'm stitching this on 32 count copper penny Witchet linen. Took me a few tries, but I remember the fabric name now. This is the area I worked on. Basically, I changed the design a little bit. And I'm changing also the moons from orange to white. I'm changing the skeleton to white, the windows to white from yellow, now orange. So I'm just adjusting to my darker color. This way it looks better. And from there, I should not get out of the screen too much. From the same fabric, let me show you what else I'm trying to work on. Witching Hour also is gonna be the same fabric. Cats, Bats, and Witches. Sweeping Cobwebs. I like this one. Probably I'll start this next. And All Hallows Eve. I had these charts before they went out of the print, so I have the hard copies. But if you go now, there is also this kind of, I have this one, I bought it this way because I didn't have the hard copy. Trick or Treat. It's printing paper, but they're legal. They have the permission of Prairie Schooler to print it 1, 2, 3 stitch. So all of the charts that I showed, you guys can get it, but you'll get the printed pages, not the hard copies anymore. I also started to work on Shannon Designs Pumpkin Spice. And I'm working, Shannon Christine Designs Pumpkin Spice. I started it on the 22nd. And I'm working on 14 count hand dyed Morning Dew solo dye, Morning Dew Ada. I think this is a solo dye. I got it from the same seller from the eBay who doesn't sell the same color fabrics, I think. And so far I done this much. After I like the fabric color and everything, it matched with all the teals. I realized my whites were disappearing, so I went and backstitch around it, even though the chart doesn't say it, and it worked out. This is when my eyes are tired, night stitch when I just cannot count. This is easy. I can like stitch for 20-30 minutes and go to bed. And this is Shannon Christine Design. The next one, I never got around printing it, but I have the name of it. Ellen Morer Stroth, and this is the Flowers of the Month on her website. Let me see if I can get the website. It's a free one, but I just don't want to show the pattern because I'm not sure how it works. So if you type this name, you'll get it. And I'm still doing borders, but I'm determined to finish this project. So for me not to get bored and only stitch border, I added the flower. And for the flowers, I put the names. Let me see. Carnation. And I go with whatever is on the flower, then that color. I think I got the idea from Jessie Marie Does Stuff. She done it a little bit differently, but basic idea was the same. I'm stitching on 32 count Belfast linen cream, violet. I put daffodil even though the chart was giving me the name of the botanical name. I couldn't even pronounce it, so I just put daffodil, sweet pea, and I put the lily of the valley, probably I'll do that, wild rose, larkspur, I don't know, gladiolus. Unintentionally, I started with the red because I like bright colors. So if I have a bright color in there, it motivates me to stitch rest of it. And the December has a poinsettia, which I'm working on. Probably I'll do this one, then I'll go November. This way, I don't think I'm gonna finish this year. Oh, my hair is getting... I don't think I'm gonna finish this year, but I will finish it next year. With new starts, I like to do older starts and give them some love and finish. So I don't know if you guys are the same way, but end of the year, I usually get really motivated to finish stuff. I'll start again, but mostly I like to have finishes, and last 2 months, I get the fever to finish a lot of stuff, so that's what is happening with me now. I worked on long dog samplers, Tyler's Lion, and I finished this area and I did the borders. Over here it says sewed by and the sewer's name, stitcher's name. The problem I have a first name, middle name, and a 12-letter last name. If I do all 3 of them, they will not fit even if I take out sewed by. So I'm not sure if I should just not put my last name because it says the longest, 12 letters. My first name has 5 letters, my middle name has 5 letters and 12. So I stitched it. I'll show it like this. So far I have this much. And right now I'm working the bottom portion. This is the area. I'm working on 25 count Lugana white floss Ada 1/1, and this tiny area I have to put Akwi, Hades, Tamboltian. It's really long one, so I'm not sure how to put it, or should I just take out my first name? But it's my first name, even though I don't use it a lot. Then I have my middle name, which I use it, and the last name, I don't know. So I'm figuring out that area. Problem of the long names. With my first name, people could not even, my professors never could pronounce it. They would mispronounce it, so I'm like, just call me Heidi. Let me see. This is a Twin Peaks Primitives Winter Blessings. This is a restart. What happened, I was stitching on a Jobelin, and I was having a hard time. Even though I loved the project, I was not enjoying the stitching. Then I figured out that my fabric was the problem. Out of all the fabrics, the most I'm having a hard time is Jobelin because it's a little bit slippery. So I restarted her on 32 count toasted almond Wichelt linen. Look at her, she's so tiny, she's so pretty. I like fancy ladies, but something about her reminded me of my grandma. She has the tiniest feet. My grandma, bless her heart, she was tall, not tall, average height lady, but her toes were teeny tiny. I'm not kidding, we were buying shoes from the kids section, like 14 to 12-year-old kids size shoes. So when I saw her tiny feet, I'm like, oh my God, that's my grandma. And I did the sheep so it doesn't look weird. Over here, I think she has a squirrel. She has a big sheep over here. She has the bunnies over here. What I am gonna take it out from this sampler is the words and the alphabet. I'm gonna keep the winter. So my stitching is gonna end like this. Let me see. Twin Peaks primitives. So mine is gonna end like this. I don't think I need alphabets, I have enough of them. And I can keep it up throughout the Christmas and winter. Look at her face. And she doesn't have any back stitching, but it looks so good. The designer did a great job of making her expression without back stitching. I really like their works. They have a very pretty designs that I'm eyeing, but I'm trying to finish her, and I have another one before I pick up another Twin Peaks primitives. I also worked on this one, which is the Scarlet Letter Elizabeth Isles. A few videos back, I accidentally said that the design name was Marsha Parker, but it was designer name. The design name is Elizabeth Isles. And I'm stitching this one on 38 count legacy linen brewer's melt in hand. This is a little bit thicker than the Jobelin linen, so I can work on it and it's easier for me and for my eyes. My eyes are getting tired sometimes, especially evenings. And I worked on the borders because I don't want to leave it last minute, all these guys. So I keep on calling them cherubs or angels. The reason is, I think the chart says angels, but those are young little boys. Younger ones, aren't they called cherubs? 2007, I stitched angel, but the title of that chart was cherub. So that's why I was calling it, but I'll double check if they are angels or cherubs. For now, I'll call them cherubs. I added this one, and I went more on the border. What I'm gonna try to do is put a little bit more border, then go a little bit here and do the second vase. I don't want to leave all of this at the end. There's some specialty stitches. So this is a Scarlet Letter design. Yes, I started doubting myself, okay. So Sleeping Hollow, Glendon Place. I did my goal for this year. I think I'm gonna put away this guy after showing it because I said I'm gonna do horse's head and the rider, and that's exactly what I did. Pretty much like to stitch on in season, and when you're stitching in season, you never finish it. You have to start early. So a lot of times I end up stitching it 2 seasons before I finish the seasonal. And I also want to stitch a bunch of samplers and stuff, and there is no season for them. All right, let me see if I can show it close. This part was a little bit confusing. I had to do back stitching and the beads for me to figure out where I am. It's not the chart was hard, but like half of it was in one page, half of it was in one page, half of it was in third page. So Sleepy Hollow, Glendon Place, and I am stitching on called for 32 counted hunted linen, Belfast linen, hunted. I just went one size down. Instead of 28, I went 32. And this is the fabric color. It says a little bit of the plum color in it with the green. It's very pretty, but you can only work daytimes. Yeah, nighttime, my eyes get tired. I also worked on Mirabilia, Tree of Hope. My goal was to add one of the ladies, so I added this lady. I fully finished her. And I am working on 36 count Alien from Extrude Design. Alien from the Moon. That's the fabric name, from Extrude Design. And I'll pick up later on. Probably I'm gonna do some Christmas stitching. Then I will later on pick up them and do it. And I'm doing stitching on 1/2 on 36 count. For the skin, because of my fabric choice, I had to change a little bit. It was asking $8.19. For the skin, I use this. This is a silk Splendor, and I'm not sure what is the number. And for her dress, because my fabric color was blending in with her dress color, I backstitched it. There's no beads on it yet. I backstitch everything, so beading is the only thing, which I'll do it at the end. I started the side flower, and there's a butterfly over here. The biggest one for this design is the heavy stitching, is the tree. Once the tree is done, the girls are easy. Like, it took me 3 days of work to finish her. So next session, probably I'll finish the flowers, so I'll finish this side entirely. Next time I come around, I will work on the other side. Tree of Hope. And the only change I made is the skin color. I made silk 1/2, and I backstitch her dress. And I think oh no, I have one more. Work in progresses, right? Right now, I'm working on this one, Nantucket Rose from Lavender and Lace. Since last time I finished her hair, I added all these flowers. I am stitching this area. I added this water work, all of it, and working on the house. This area is the most confetti, so I'm doing a little bit of this, then I go the block stitching. Her skirt is the easiest block stitching, but this is the not hard, but like if your eyes are tired, you have to do a lot of counting. So I do it daytime, maybe one string or something, then I go to the easy ones. But I love her, and I do want to work on her. I'm planning to work on her a little bit more before. There's gonna be some noise, I apologize. My neighbor is driving her camper, and she's back and forthing. They are back and forthing their car. So okay, those are all my WIPs and my finishes. Oh, I forgot, see? I wanted to, before I start my plans, which I should have done beginning, I wanted to shout it out, a new Flosstuber I found, a new to me Flosstuber I found, and I really enjoyed it. And her name is Phoebe Moon. Her channel name is Phoebe Moon, and her name is Phoebe. I watched her 13 and 12, so she has 13 Flosstubes already. Oh my God, you guys gonna love her. She has at the Met Gala Mirabilia, she has Prairie Schooler. I think I'm stitching that one. Weather-wise, she has that pattern. She has a lot of samplers. Her taste is a very wide variety, but I like what the design she chooses it, and she has a great eye for fabric color, and she's also nail art designer, so for color she can choose pretty well, and she also dyes her own fabrics. So go check her out. Her name is Phoebe, and her channel name is Phoebe Moon. And when you go there, there's 2 different kind of videos she does. She does nail art and she does Flosstube. Just check out the Flosstube. If you can check out both, but if you're going there for cross stitching, check out the title that says Flosstube, and you'll find her channel. She's absolutely fantastic stitcher, and love every project she chooses. So weekends, I'm gonna watch rest of her, go back and watch all of it. I really liked it. And I also wanted to thank Cross by Floss, Lisa, for shouting me out. I was pleasantly surprised when I heard she shouted me out my channel. Thank you, Lisa. I've been watching her from beginning when she started it, I think 2019. I might be wrong, but I've been watching her channel, and I really love her. And I think she had the idea of doing Mira Mania on May, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do all Mirabilia Nora Corbett's Fancy Ladies on May is my birth month, and I'm gonna do mirror parade and finish parade and charts and stuff. So it's gonna be crazy mirror May for me. And I got the idea from Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much for giving us that idea. Cross by Floss, Lisa. Please check it out, Phoebe Moon and Lisa. You guys gonna love them. They are such a lovely people to watch, talented stitchers, really talented. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on my plans, which I'm gonna, basically end of the year, I wanna finish as many WIPs, I'm gonna be careful not to say WIPs, WIPs as I can. So I'm gonna show a lot of stuff that I wanna at least touch for this year. I don't wanna neglect the entire year and not touch a project. So I might not be able to finish it, but I'm gonna try to touch them, put some stitches on them. Be careful with my English. I'm so sorry for the noise. My neighbor decided to make a play with his camper today. So I'm doing dimensions, Skinny Farm. I have stitched this before, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna go over here and add this building for the year. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping they are gonna go. So I have quite a bit finished. Oh boy, I'm dropping everything. Basically, I want to come this way, finish this side because this is the shortest. The other side, I have several more buildings, so I'm gonna go with these dimensions, and it's called Scenic Farm. Not gonna pick it up off the floor right now. And let me see. Okay. I put it fast few patterns that I think I'm gonna stitch until next time, and I'm surprising myself which one I chose. Ann Thomas 1854. My goal for this one is to finish the middle. There's no way I can finish more than that, but if I finish the middle, I'll be very happy. Oh no, pardon me. So I have quite a bit done. I need to put the flowers on Thomas, and I think that, and let me see, this side comes out the flower and goes around the head of the bird. That's what I'm planning to do. Whoa. I am stitching this on 38 count linen. I don't have it with me, but it's 38 count legacy linen also. I'm starting to really like the legacy linen. I find it they are easy to do in hand, and a lot of times I don't have the comfort of putting the hoops and stuff and stitching, especially if I'm taking with me out and stuff. So that's why legacy linens feel easier to stitch on. Let me see, where did the other one go? Oh yeah, okay. I did work on this one, but I worked very little, so I did not show it on my WIPs. Kathy Barrick, and it's Halloween greetings. I want to finish at least one Kathy Barrick before I start like 10 more. This way I can excuse my starting a new project. She's one of my favorite designers, so I end up buying and stitching a lot of her designs, but I do want to finish it. I just don't want to start a bunch of Kathy Barricks. What I did, I even showed here, I'm filling out the green. I need a few more stars here, and that's about it. And I'm taking out the wording because I'm planning to do a pillow like this, long pillow. And this witch, if you guys noticed it, she has a new design, Witch Academy, which I'm gonna get it if I finish 1 or 2 Kathy Barracks. She has this witch in that chart, and all the witches flying. I'm like, okay, she has my witch. Another one. She's delightful. Actually, I'm thinking I can even make an ornament out of it, this motif alone. So this is Kathy Barrick design. My plan, this one is almost finished, honestly. That's why I put it this side, because I can finish it and call it a finish, have it, and not to make too much stitching on it. Halloween greeting. I believe this is one of her older designs. Another one that should have been finished this time, but I just, for some reason, didn't. And this is a Stony Creek, Magic in the Night. And I have it on 18 count linen. And I'm stitching 1 over 1 on 18 count linen to make it small. All I need to do is finish the moon and put some words and that. No, not even the words. Words are finished. Just finish the moon and put the button. I think this is the easiest finish. Probably if I put 1 session of work stitching, and this will be done. And it's been here for a while. Probably it's one of my older starts. This is a pre-pandemic start. Another one I am planning to put some, oh, never mind, I did not put stitches on this one. Let's skip that. Okay, this one is a frogging. It's on my plan to take out the skin. This is called Winter Love by by Mirabella. Nora Corbett is the designer. Winter Love. The one I was doing 2 over 2, I did not like it. Then I did 1 over 1, I'm not liking it. And I'm working on 32 count Belfast linen, silk weaver. I'm not sure what is the color name. So now that I got the silk, what I'm gonna do, take out the skin color and do 1 over 2 on this linen, and I'm gonna call it a day. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck with this one for a while. So this one is more so in my plans is to frog all the skin. And it's Mirabilia, Winter Love. I think once I figured out the skin part, it will go easier. Usually for Miras, I want their faces to look good, and if they look choppy or something, it kind of discourages me from stitching. So I'm very careful with the faces to make them look pleasant. And this one is the one that I had a miscalculation. Oh, nothing happened to the fabric. It's called Hands Across the Sea Samplers Mary Snow. And somehow I miscounted it, and my fabric, even though I got all the way up, I end up having a lot of space down here, very little space at the top. And this made me start doing middle starts. It's Mary Snow, and I think I can finish it because the middle, this part, last time I did it, has the most stitching. And this is the heavy stitching. Once I done this, and I even have both birds, I just need a swan, another house, another Christmas tree, and a guy, and a deer, and of course the frame, and then end. But this is the heavy stitching for this design, and I'm done. This is Mary Snow from Hands Across the Sea, which I've been calling Hands Across the Street. I'm mixing up the plum street with the hands across the sea. So I mush them up together and I call them hands across the street, which is not true. Hands across the sea sampler. Now that I confused you guys entirely, let's move on. And what else do I have for plans? Oh yeah, this one, I should finish it. Shepherd's Bush. This is old kid, better not pout. And I think I started this year on my vacation. The reason I did not finish it because it needs beads and I did not have beading needle. You do need a beading needle for this. Oh, I did not iron this one. More than halfway I'm done. I just need to finish the binding and go around and put beads. And when I finish it, I'll read the fabric name because I'm not sure and I don't want to take it out. It's from the kit. Everything I'm using kit silks, kit fabric, and everything else. So this and the Stony Creek one are very close to finish. That's why I put it on my end of the year finish list, because if I finish it, I can count as a finish, so I can start 10 more. I'm joking. And I also have it out of my pile out. And another one I'm gonna try to finish. I might even be able to fully finish it. Christmas Tree Trio. It's Waxing Moon design, Christmas Tree Trio. The reason I chose this one to finish it is because I do have almost 1.5 finished and the third one close by. I did show this before on Christmas in July, I think, but since then I have a lot more followers. I don't think everybody's seen this. So this is tree 1. I have almost done. I just need the bottom part of the tree 2. And I'm just gonna make a pillows. And the third tree, I have the cut fabric and dangling floss. But I think I can do it and I can finish it, especially they are stitched on 14 count Aida. I can stitch in hand or I can also stitch on a hook, but they are fast stitch. I also want to finish this because I have a companion piece, Christmas House Trio. This one, Nisi, I forgot her channel name. You guys know that she's doing as a drum, doing the houses next to each other, and she makes a drum. I'm gonna do it on like 32 count this one and make it a drum with a raw natural linen. So I do want to finish this before I start this, and the reason I put them together because I want to use the same floss colors. I don't want to pull separate floss for this one. So this is Waxing Moon Design Christmas House Trio. Those are my immediate plans, and depends the timing if I'll have enough time. What is this? Oh yeah, I also wanna finish this one. The reason I'm putting a big goal for this is I'm almost finished. This is a Prairie Schooler Happy Christmas end of the year finishes. This is my frenzy of finishing end of the year. 14 count black Aida. Knit the houses to finish the houses. Oh no, this is the wrong one. I'm gonna do that one too. So I showed the wrong, yeah, I showed the wrong one. This is the Santa's Night Prayer book number 175. I just need the bottom houses. It's the same color and few of the words. So I'm pretty close to finish. My plan is I have almost entire Prairie Schooler collection. I collected 20 years. I want to finish them all, even if I don't fully finish them. I want to have them because I love them, and I don't know why I have never finished all of them. And some of them I finished it, and I did. eBay used to have a thing, charity sales. I sold them. And this is after the other one. I should talk, not just show stuff. This is also my near plant, and I have cut for the small ornaments back of it. I'm gonna use the same Adas. So they are all ready, and they have the floss. I don't think I'll finish the ornaments, but I can finish that big one. All right, now I'm gonna show some patterns. I won't show a lot. I'm already 1 hour. I'll show some patterns that I collected it, and I'm planning to stitch or start. Oh, this one is actually still a plan. Then I'll show the other ones. Yeah. This one is not stuck. So I have this and this guy. I need to do these two small guys, which is easy. 36 count natural linen, and I'm gonna work with 2/2. Oh, I didn't finish the pig. I just did the grass. So this is on my plans. I acquired some patterns recently, and I want to show you guys. I have this one from Erica Michaels, the berry, Scary Berry. She's starting the whole series, and I think I'm collecting slowly. Scary Berry. Same fabric. I think I pulled out the same fabric. That's why I put them together. All Hallows Eve. Let me see. I think this is a new one. I think this is a new release, you guys. Love this guy. Like the skeletons. So far I have few skeleton stitch. One from the Prairie Schooler. I have one from Glendon Place, and now Erica Michaels. So I have a little bit of a skeleton stitching. I also finally received my fabric. It's a 1 yard of Belfast linen, 32 count, Contour Mocha. The reason I put this out because I have Jan Lynn's The Seasons. There's a stitch along going on with the full coverage. People are stitching as a full coverage, which I'm not gonna do it because full coverage, I don't know. Dimensions, I guess I can do it. The fabric they put inside is a 14 count oatmeal Aida. I'm gonna use the floss, but the fabric I'm gonna change to this one. I saw Handwork Maniac Brenda. She hand dyed her own, and her color was fabulous. 36 counts, 2/2. 36 counts Belfast linen, they were out, so I went with the 32 count, which is okay because 14 to 32 count, I'm still lowering the count. So I had the Christmas long time ago, but I got also spring. I kind of brain freeze. Spring. I have the summer. And what I'm gonna do is, with the season, I'll start. There's no way I can finish those. They have so much back stitch. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start with this one. This is the autumn one. So they all have this, and all gonna be sopped with the Belfast linen because I saw her stitching, and I thought the color was just amazing. I'm also planning to start this one, AS Sampler 2. My first name is Akwi. My middle name is Heidi. I go with Heidi, and my last name is S, Stamboltian. So I thought like my first name, last name, it's not much, but kind of thought it would be fun to do it. I cannot AHS, but anyways. So even though it shows two colors, it has quite a bit colors. I already kitted it up. I just need to find a fabric. And it says roosters. I love roosters. I have quite a bit coffee theme under rooster patterns. I'll show it after Christmas. So I thought it will look nice. I want to start after the, well, I'll start together with the snore thing. I want to do this one, Bigfoot bunch. I seen Stacy, 911's teacher, I think she finished it. I think she did. I believe she had it. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe she had it. And now after I saw her work, I'm like, I need to have it in my stash before I miss out. I'm gonna try to start few samplers because there's no season for samplers. I try to do samplers in between season because I'm seasonal stitcher, but I don't want to neglect my samplers. I have this one, the Scarlet House, and it's the little red chair. I got it for the chair. When I was a kid, I had a chair like that. And I saw Saltbox Stitcher, forgot her name, Saltbox Stitcher. I love her channel. She has finished her this one 2018 or something, so I saw in her channel this stitched and finished. And I'm gonna stitch this on 40 count cream Newcastle linen. It's not hand dyed, it's a cream, so I thought it's gonna look nice. The roses gonna look nice with this. So I'm gonna start it. I do start my samplers with DMC because I have a lot of them, and I don't mind DMC. I think their base color is very nice, so I start a lot of my samplers with DMCs. Also gonna start this, the red, the Rose on the Giant Pear 1888. And I am doing with the DMC, and I chose the fabric. It's 40 count light hazelnut linen, extrude design. I think the color is pretty. My lights are washing out the colors. See, if I come close, it looks lighter. This is true, but you cannot see the pattern. Hands across the sea samplers, Rose and the Giant Pear. This is a small stitch. Brenda and the Serial Starter. Brenda, from that channel, Brenda has finished it and she put it on a huge, thick frame. It looked amazing. And when I saw that, I think they enabled me to buy it. I do get enabled from other Flosstubers to buy patterns, so I'm not immune. I don't mind. Everybody has a hobby. Mine is cross stitching. I have Margaret Beatty, circa 1866. I think there was a mistake on this chart. I'm not gonna show the chart, but it comes with the additional for the middle. So it comes like this. You get the chart, and if you get the print, you get also this. And I think if you got PDF, if you go website, you can print this additional. They forgot something in the middle over here. So it comes with the additional pattern with it. And I chose to stitch Espresso 36 count R&R. I think exactly here, the color is this one. Looks perfect. When I get closer, it looks light, but like coffee color. So this is a small stitch. It's not big. I'm using the 36 count, and usually they give the sizes. I love Hands Across the Sea samplers because they give you the size charts, like each count, and they also give you a story, a background story. Nicola Parkman, when I see her videos, I'm careful because if I see her video, I do end up buying stuff. And okay, I'll go a few more minutes, then I'll stop. I have this one, Margaret Croft Needlework Press 2022. And I am planning to stitch again for DMC, of course, a 40 count natural linen. I have not pulled the floss for this one yet, but I think I will. And because I have a huge collection of dimensions kits, but I don't stitch a lot of them, so I'm making a rule to at least take out 1 or 2 dimension over a year and stitch. And I'm gonna start this one because I had this longest in my stash. It's Victorian Charm. I'm gonna use the kit fabric, which is 18 count Ada. I already fixed the corners and stuff. So this is how I do, so my corners won't run out. I'm just gonna start grid it and try to start. For dimensions, this is how I use my floss. Basically, I braid them, and one at a time I pull it out. This way it doesn't get messy. So I like braiding, so it makes it easy for dimensions to work when you braid it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a mess, or you have to put on the cards and stuff. Since I don't want to do that, I use the braiding method. So I want to show something, but I know some people have not yet received it, but I do believe some Flosstubers have already shown. So there was a mystery box from Kitten Stitcher, which I got. And I want to show the patterns because they are Halloween. If I don't show it now, next year it's gonna be out. I figured it, I'll show you guys. So if you have not received yours yet, but you do want to be surprised, I will say goodbye because this is what I'm going to show you now, and I don't want you guys to ruin your surprises. So I got the box from Kitten Stitcher. It comes with the stickers, and I like this one. It comes with the Cauldron Mist Chanel. I think she has 2 kinds. I saw Lisa Kindred Stitcher had something else. I got the notebook. I think she got a coffin, something coffiny. Got the Kathy Berry. I love her labels of needle arts. I love those. So cute. Funky, old, vintagey. And all my Halloween peak finishes will get these stickers, back of them. So cute. Of course, my skeleton will get this one. The Glendon Place, I have a skeleton, dancing skeleton. He will get this sassy skeleton back of my framed. And this wonderful lady. So this is exclusive special Halloween labels for needlework. So this is Kathy Berry's collection. I love her labels. I have a few more of them. I got Scarlet House Ghosts and Goblins. Really love this one. One of my favorites. Grimm's Hunt Plum Street Samplers. This house is a beast to stitch, but it's so much fun. By the 15 minutes, and they were sold out of the kits, so I ended up getting the chart only. This one is the B Company. It comes like this. It has 2 patterns. I think so. Oh no, it's an embroidery project and a cross stitch project. I'm gonna do, of course, this one because, well, I know embroidery. If it's easier, I might just go do this. I do like chunky big buttons. So this is also my favorite one. Lalida. All these patterns, if you did not purchase it now, they will be available next year. Pumpkin House, it's by Hello from Liz Matthews. I think she used 2 different kind of linens. I'm not that brave to do it, so I have to see if I wanna make separate pillow out of this and separate, or doing one like this. Because if you see it, it's all separate. It's a different pattern than this one, so I can just do 2 different stitches and make 2 different pillows. And it's Pumpkin House from Hello from Liz Matthews. This is the mystery box from the Kitten Stitcher. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna share today with you guys. I would really appreciate all your views and comments. And if you like what you see, please subscribe and like. And I hope you'll have a great stitchy 2 weeks or something until next time. Thank you guys. Bye.